what's the word, YouTube? It's been a minute since I've been on the book, you know what I'm saying? I just basically just had time to adjust, time to think about things and, you know, reflect on things that's important. You know, yesterday I hung out with a friend and we were talking about, you know, good, it's loud out here, cars out here. But yeah, we were talking about, you know, good vibes, bad vibes, good energy, bad energy, you know, all these different types of religions, but in a way, all these religions are sort of connected in their own way. Um, it's not so much that we were talking about the church or that we were talking about God, because the truth is, me, you, all of us are gods. But the problem sometimes, we don't always get told that we are gods. So we have this, you know, this thing where we believe we just these mediocre human beings. So me, I'm always trying to reach higher level, higher ground. I'm trying to take people up, you know, trying to help you reach, you know what I'm saying, the masses. Or reach higher power, higher understanding. You know, let your brain just reach, you know, higher heights. And however we're supposed to do that, you know what I mean? We need to do that, you know. But at the same time, some of us don't know which way to go. You know, some of us, you know, just don't know what to do. And me personally, I understand that. That makes sense, you know. But it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It just means sometimes we just need to do things differently. And, you know, if you're doing things differently, things are going to work out for you. Because only you moving the way you need to move. So, you know, once again, we just got to always be willing to tap within ourselves. You know, tap into your inner dimension. You know, find out what it is on the inside of you, what you're supposed to be doing. Find out who you truly is. You know your calling, you know. Yeah, it's warm out here, y'all. It's warm as hell outside today, man. It's warm. I'm a little greasy. A little crazy, but it is what it is. But, you know, we got some nice weather. You know, we got a little wind chill going on, so that's the good thing. But I'm just hoping y'all can hear me good enough. You know, we got these cars flying up and down the street, so the street's very busy. But straight up, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, we just gotta tap within ourselves, know who we are, be about what's important. But like I said, know yourself, you know. First and foremost, know yourself. And always love you. Always put you first. No matter what you do, put yourself first. But lately with this economy stuff going crazy, you know, it's been a lot harder now. You know, we got President Trump changing a lot of things in office and, you know, sort of making things hard for a lot of people. And I know for a fact it's hard for a lot of people out here. You know, I hate that it seems that we might be pushing toward a war. Do I think we should go to war? Yes and no. You know, everybody don't have guns. Everybody ain't trained to shoot. You know, everybody ain't trained to, you know, no, everybody ain't got a boy card. You know, um, everybody ain't legal. You know, everybody ain't carrying legal weapons. You know, they're not legalizing it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people out here that might be illegal with guns, that shouldn't have guns, but they got them for their own protection. And if you get caught with it, you know, that's a felony. So that's when I say no. But other than that, you know, everybody do deserve protection. Everybody should protect themselves. If there's gonna be a war, you should, you know, protect yourself. You should protect yourself at all costs. You know, there's a saying, kill or be killed. And I believe most people would like to defend themselves so they don't get killed. Because if you don't defend yourself, you're gonna be killed. So that's what that is. But do I like what's going on in the world? No, I don't. I hate what's going on in the world. I wish America was, instead of sending millions and billions of dollars to other countries, for whatever their reason may be, why not take them millions and billions of dollars and use them right here in America and fix up America, take care of America? Because America needs to be taken care of. America is home. You know, we're the home of the brave, so why shouldn't the home of the brave be first taken care of? You know? So a lot of times when I think about it, I'm thinking about, what about our soldiers that have fought, you know, in these wars? Our soldiers who then, you know, that stood in these other countries, or, you know, somehow they were able to protect us. You know, just our veterans, our soldiers, they need to be taken care of, straight up. And they shouldn't have bare minimum. They need to have, you know, the best package deal they can get as far as income. But I find it crazy out here that the world basically shits on our veterans. I don't think that's right. I think America should clean up America somehow. Now, there's a lot of rich people in the world, and I know rich people love their money, and I understand that, and that's okay. But at the same time, if you're rich and you got a lot of money, you know, a few $1,000s not gonna hurt you if you're a millionaire or a billionaire. But really, if you're a billionaire, it's not gonna hurt you. But if you can help somebody, help them, you know. All these tax breaks for the rich. My thing about it is, you're never gonna be broke. You're gonna always be rich. So, therefore, you're never gonna lose money. So why not help somebody that's poor, that's broke, that's strung out, that's messed up, you know? Help them out. I mean, you're gonna be blessed for it. You're already blessed. And the more you do for those, the more that's gonna come to you in return. So, I don't understand all the selfishness, all the gimme, take, push, shove, you know? I don't understand that. Like, it's just so weird. You know, you got these people that talk all this great stuff about how they love America and how they want what's best for America, but it just looks to me like they just want what's best for the rich and powerful. That's it. Forget about the poor, you know, forget about the hungry, you know, forget about the homeless, you know, forget about the kids in the orphanage, you know, forget about good funding programs to help people, take away Medicaid, Medicare, and even if that means 1 million more people may die because of that, because they don't have the right health care or they have the right medicine to survive, a lot of them could die. That's the sad part. I mean, my issue is enough is enough. You know, a while back we had that thing that happened in California, uh, you know, where the celebrity people, uh, I think their houses got caught on fire. You know, people lost their homes. And I don't know if they had any type of insurance for those guys. They probably didn't. I mean, maybe some of them did have insurance, but a lot of them lost their houses. And you would think the goodness of America, because America is built on, you know, basically washing money, you would think they would give these people the money to replace their homes. Well, it didn't happen for everybody. So I just find it sad and crazy that the world is so greedy and so full of self and not thinking about everybody as a whole, you know, unity, togetherness. All colors and all manners of people together in unity. So me personally, I think it's sad. I really do. But I guess at the end of the day, it's all about the rich and powerful. So, but I don't want to sit up here and just, you know, blame President Trump. I'm not going to do that because I believe there's a lot of other people involved besides President Trump, you know. I just wish they could find a way to make peace on earth. I wish they could find a way to make it peaceful for all people. You know, I don't want it to be about black or white. I don't want it to be about white and Mexican or black and Asian or white and Asian, you know, black and Indian, Indian and white or whatever. Or, you know, like I said, I don't want it to be about white and Indian, you know. It shouldn't be like that. But that right there lets you know that's what we're going through. And like I said, that's what we're going through. And it shows you a lot of people don't care. And I just wish things were better. But at the end of the day, I'm just one voice. But mind you, I'm not here for revenge. I'm not here to talk bad mouth presidents or governors or representatives or anything. I'm not here for that. I'm just saying I would like to see all these guys come together, work out a plan, fix America, take care of America, take care of the home of the brave. You know, the red, white, and the blue. It's our country first and foremost. And I would love if Jasmine Crockett, you know, she can work with some of those Republicans and they can figure out a way to come together and forget about all this madness, forget about all this money, because money is nothing. I mean, those of us that got it, we're going to be okay. So my issue is don't stress over money. Don't worry about the money. Who cares? I mean, it's going to be there, you know. Those of us that got it, help your fellow man. Do the right thing, you know. There's too much hate out here. There's too much selfishness. I remember a guy was talking about, you got these people that are so rude, so full of themselves, not thinking about the next man or how the next man gonna get his meal. But he's out here talking a whole lot of stuff. And he's saying a whole lot of garbage. And a whole lot of filth is coming out of his mouth. And this one man looked at him and said, man, can you imagine? Imagine if your life was taken from you. He said, all the stuff you're talking and saying, you could be dead and gone. You wouldn't be here. So whatever thought process you had, you wouldn't have it anymore. because you will be dead. And I'm sitting there like, man, nobody thinks about that. That's so deep, because you can lose your life, and guess what? Nobody cares. So, you know, when I think about that type of stuff, I'm just like, man, look at that airplane. Hold on. If I get that airplane. That is Amazon. That's Amazon. Oh yeah. So yeah, that was Amazon. But anyway. But real talk, you know, you can lose your life, you know what I'm saying? And nobody will care. So, you know, like I'm always telling people, do the right thing. And it just shows me there's people who don't want to do the right thing. You know, there's people who really don't care. So, you know, I think about that stuff. If you just do the right thing, everything will work out. But some people don't want to do the right thing. Some people don't care. So, I don't know. You know, we'll see what happens with this world. We'll see if things get better. You know, we'll see if our economy gets stronger, gets better. You know, they start putting money where it needs to be. They just start investing in America, creating jobs. You know, try to bring inflation down. There's a lot of people out here struggling. You know, it's just sad, man. I'm afraid it's gonna get so bad, people are gonna start robbing each other, and then martial law is gonna come out, and it's gonna be all this big old divide and fighting and all this evil stuff going on, which we don't need. So I'm praying that we somehow get some peace, find a solution to all this madness. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But once again, YouTube family, thanks for checking my video out. You know, I ain't been on here in a while. I've been taking a break from YouTube. You know, more than likely just working on myself, and still read my words, still do my religious stuff, just trying to let you guys catch up on all your biblical reading and going back reading those stories 2 or 3, 4 times so you get a better understanding every time you read. Hoping that you ask God to give you an understanding so you'll be able to understand everything you read and comprehend everything you need to comprehend. But with that being said, God bless you all. Remember, go with God, and God will always go with you if you continue to go with Him. And as long as you can continue to seek Him, look for Him, find Him, chop it up with the Lord, put God number 1 in your life. As long as you continue to do what's right in the eye of God, you're going to be okay. If you continue to do so. So, YouTube family, have a good evening and be blessed.